In the sinister world of drug pushing, females seem to make the best options for drug mules. Their subtle, innocent nature and general disposition as weaker vessels seem to make law enforcement officials less suspicious of them, especially when they're heavy with pregnancy. You'll be shocked by the number of fake pregnancies on the streets these days, and the number of these women who are actually drug mules. Here are 7 times women smuggled drugs in fake pregnancy bellies. Number 7, fake Canadian baby bump. It's one thing to get caught smuggling drugs, but it's even worse when you're openly disgraced in public for it. This Canadian woman had a taste of shame and disgrace after officers unveiled her shameless fake baby bump and the illegal merchandise kicking inside it. It turns out the lady, who was later identified as Tabitha Leah Ritchie, had been carrying around 4 pounds of cocaine whilst claiming it was a 7-month-old pregnancy. The bust was made at the El Dorado International Airport in Colombia, where the culprit had booked a flight out of the country to Toronto, Canada. Initially, the baby bump was very believable. However, during the routine pat-down procedure, the PSA officer noticed her tummy was unreasonably hard and cold, quite unlike what you'd expect from the bump of a real pregnant woman. This caused the smart officer to pull the woman aside for inspection. Slowly, her dress was uncovered to reveal the nasty rubber bump stuffed with hard drugs. Now, it's not clear where she got the drugs from. However, we can all agree that this was a good catch, one that innocent pregnant women who travel by air would deeply appreciate. Number 6, Argentinian weed baby bump. Over in Argentina, another woman was found pregnant with marijuana. But this culprit didn't go the usual way of plastic baby bumps. Rather, she did the extraordinary, crafting a fake baby bump out of paste and glue. Inside, this was about 15 bricks of cannabis, safely hidden from the eyes of the law. To make the act even better, she pretended to be an expectant mom and also hired a male accomplice to act as her partner. It looked quite believable, but the cops could see through her deception. The mysterious couple had attempted to cross the Argentinian border by road into Chile when traffic officers stopped them at a checkpoint near Mendoza. Once asked to come down for an inspection, officials searched her bag and found 2 solid bricks of cannabis. This prompted a more thorough inspection of her bump, revealing it to be a phony wearable belly construction with about 4 kilos of marijuana tucked inside. Reports have it that these 2 were headed to Santa Cruz to drop off their special delivery. They were both arrested on the charges of drug smuggling. Number 5, cocaine bricks in most creative baby bump. There are a million things you could use to create a pregnancy disguise, but you'd never expect a carved-out watermelon to be one of them. This woman took her ingenuity to new heights when she realized a watermelon would be a cheap and effective disguise for a baby bump. Loaded with cocaine bricks, the uncanny watermelon weighed about 4 pounds and was carefully concealed in elastic clothing. But then everything went down the drain after she was busted in a bus bound for Rio de Janeiro. What's interesting about this case is that it wasn't her appearance or mannerisms that gave her away. Rather, it was an anonymous tip that prompted the officers to search her. Officers were shocked to find the brick-sized packets of cocaine inside her concealment, but they were even more shocked about the cheap and affordable material she used for the baby bump. No one would have ever imagined a watermelon would be the perfect option for a fake baby bump. After a little probing, the woman confessed she had been given the drugs in Paraguay to deliver them in Rio, after which she would be paid around $100. All she got for her creativity was a jail cell and a legal bounty for drug smuggling. Number 4, Brazilian cocaine bump. A 20-year-old Brazilian woman was put in chains after Brazilian authorities found her committing a crime against pregnant mothers. The Brazilian was caught with heavy stashes of cocaine carefully strapped around her waist to resemble a baby bump. Her lights went out at the international airport in northeastern Natal. Investigations showed that the woman had arrived at the airport from central western Brazil, a zone with high levels of drug trafficking. It was her unease that gave her away to the cops, and it didn't take much for her to confess she was carrying 4.6 pounds of cocaine in her fake belly. Officials wasted no time to put her in cuffs and take her to jail. To make matters worse, she also gave away the accomplice who had been waiting for her special delivery in a taxi outside the airport. Police also arrested the man, though they never revealed his identity. Number 3, idiot smuggler with fake baby bump. There's only so much you can hide inside a fake baby bump. Even with drugs, there's a limit beyond which even a fool would be able to see through the fake bump. This drug mule may have skipped her manual, or perhaps was just too dumb and desperate to care, but she became an easy catch for the police hunters after stuffing excessive amounts of coke in a fake baby bump. The lady, who hails from Brazil, was traveling via bus when the vehicle got pulled over by military police at a checkpoint. As part of their routine procedure, a short search was conducted and questions were asked. When asked about her pregnancy, the lady claimed she was almost ripe for delivery. However, they were bamboozled to find a big lump on her tummy, something that looked off. Curious, the men in uniform lifted her cloth only to find tape latched all over her fake tummy. There was no escaping anymore for the 24-year-old. All she could do was watch helplessly as officers slot-cut the tape to reveal a large package containing around 3 kilograms of cocaine. It was a very nasty bust and a disgusting one too. In the end, the lady was arrested alongside the man traveling with her. Number 2, marijuana pregnancy. There's no extent drug mules won't go to make a quick payday. And apparently, fake pregnancies are becoming a popular option. Oftentimes, it's the culprit's body language or some flaw in their disguise that gives them away. Other times, too, it's the police officer's wits or an anonymous tip that saves the day. However, in this case, it was something else entirely that led to the insane drug bust. This undisclosed Brazilian woman was unfortunate to be the victim of a police dog's super senses. While on board a bus, she was arrested at the Brazil-Paraguay border after a police dog smelled marijuana on her. She was supposedly pregnant, but thanks to the canine, officers discovered her baby bump was actually just a huge stash. Slowly, they unwrapped the massive stash of marijuana before taking the woman into custody. Now you could care less about what happened to the woman, but you'd agree that the police dog deserves a raise. Number 1, fake pregnancy in Beijing. An undisclosed woman pulled off an expensive stunt in Beijing, all in a bid to make away with a few stashes of illegal drugs. The lady, whose name and nationality were withheld by authorities, had arrived in Beijing on a flight from Kuala Lumpur, claiming to be on a business trip. However, there was nothing official about the lady in question, as she looked tattered and had only $10 with her. PSA officers became curious and decided to inspect her privately, and that's when she turned on the act, claiming to be pregnant and refusing to be scanned. For hours, this lady dragged on with the officers, refusing to take the pregnancy test. In the end, the scan revealed she was not pregnant. Rather, a shocking revelation emerged. She had swallowed around 1 kilogram of hard drugs into her stomach. This was the first time seeing a woman sacrifice her own bowels rather than strap on a fake baby bump like most lady mules do. That's all for this video. Let us know in the comments which of these you found most interesting. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to enjoy more videos like this. Bye for now.